Good morning, welcome back to the Monday Motivator. My name's Gilly and I'm here today to motivate you for the week ahead. Hopefully try and get you to achieve all those things that you want to do that perhaps you just haven't been doing. So the subject of today's motivator is, strangely enough, fear. And you might think, well, what's that got to do with motivation? Sometimes we know exactly what we want. We know what we want to be doing. We know what we're aiming for even, but we're just not doing it. And that means that there's some kind of resistance there for us. It means that there's some factor, something going on within us that's stopping us from doing it. And 9 times out of 10, that's usually something fear related. And the fear can be one that can seem really, really real to us and really powerful to us at that time. And we let it stop us from doing things. Sometimes we're not even aware that it's the fear. We're just not doing it. So the first step can be identifying, what is it that's holding me back? And I often ask that question on Fitfarms. I'll say, what's stopping you from doing this? And when you stop and think about it, and when you're really honest with yourself, it's usually a fear. That could be fear of going into group scenario, fear of not being able to keep up, fear of failure, fear of looking silly in front of people. That's a really common one. We're scared of looking silly in front of people, so we don't do it. So how do we overcome this fear? Well, as I mentioned, the first thing is you've got to identify what it is. Once you're aware of it, that's the first step to being able to change it. I actually had a situation that I faced this week where I was very scared, and I was, probably I would say anxious, where I had those butterflies in my stomach. I was going to have to go into a situation where it was scary for me, and but I was keen to do it. I wanted to do it. I felt I had to do it. It was really important to me to do it, and therefore I had to have a chat with myself. At some point I just had to have a chat with myself, and that involved me asking myself the question, am I going to let this hold me back? That fear is very real. I know it's there, but am I going to let this hold me back? And the answer was no. I didn't want it to hold me back. I wanted to do it. So I knew what the fear was, and I just had to take a deep breath, literally take a deep breath and do it. It did help that I had a really good t-shirt that I was wearing saying bulletproof, and sometimes it's great to just have something that just gives you that little bit of an inner strength, or I found a way just to smile at the situation rather than let it beat me. And so somehow I got through, and it kind of inspired me for this motivator today, is that I wanted to let you know that even if you're scared, identify what it is, admit that you're scared, but just say, I'm going to do it anyway. It's important to me. Am I going to let this hold me back? And usually the answer is no. Really think about it. Ask yourself the question. Take a deep breath, face the fear, and JFDI. That's my message for this week. Have a good one.